Okay, so we're going to do 1.3, which is simplifying radicals, and I briefly touched on it in 1.2, but this section is going to go more in depth. So students will be able to simplify radicals involving numbers and variables. So it could be a refresher for you. This could be new. Calculator, some will do it for you, but there won't be any work to show. So you will not get credit unless you have some work shown on your paper. So how to simplify radicals. Number one, completely factor the expression. Writing them out, there are shortcuts that you will discover, and you're welcome to use those too. For square roots, look for doubles, cubed roots, triples, fourth roots, look for fours. I like to circle my numbers that go out and underline the ones that are going to stay, and then everything gets multiplied back together. Okay, so for 200, you can break this down into any factors. I like just doing 2 times 100. The 2 stays, so I like to bring it down so I don't forget it. And then 100, if you know that it's 10 times 10, then that will help since we are looking for doubles, okay? So you have to keep that in mind. Once you get a double, you can stop. Even if it breaks down further, you're just doing more work. So I circle it once because it's going to come out, and you only write it outside once. The 2 is a single, and so singles stay back inside. And that would be it, 10 root 2. All right, so 48, we're going to break that down. A lot of students will do 8 times 6. 8 is 4 times 2. 6 is 3 times 2. And then I can break down the 4. So 2 times 2. And I like to bring everything down just so I don't forget anything. The x's, until you know the shortcut, you can just write it out. It doesn't take that long. And then 5 y's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So then I'm going to circle, it's a square root, so we also want doubles. So there's a double. This, I'm going to put it in the same circle. That's a double. Double, double, double. My single, I do have a single 3. So now we're going to put everything back together. I do have some singles, so I'm going to put those inside first. I have a 3 and a y. I have a 2 that comes out, a 2 that comes out, an x, a y, and a y. So if I multiply that all back together, 2 times 2 is 4, 1x, and then I have 2 y's, so that's your exponent. And that would be your final answer. With radicals, you do it the same way. You just kind of think of them separately. So on top, 60 I can think of as 6 times 10, which is 2 times 3, and 10 is 2 times 5. I should cross those out so I don't look at them. 49, you really just have to know that that's 7 times 7. So I know I've got a 2 that comes out on top. The 3 and the 5 are single, so those stay, and we're going to multiply those back together. The 7s are doubles, and those come out. And the rule is it's okay to have a radical in the numerator. So 2 root 15 divided by 7 is your final answer. All right, example 4, I tried to pick a number that you're not used to. So if you don't know something that goes in, you literally can start small. Since this is a cubed root, we're looking for triples. So I know that 2. So you're going to take a calculator and you're going to divide 378 divided by 2. So I got 189. And so I kind of look and I use it like the rule of 10. So I know that's not even, so 2 won't go. So I try to divide that by 3. So 189 divided by 3, and it works. You don't have to look for really big numbers. So I'm going to bring down the 2, and then that is 3 times 63. And then the 2 stays, the 3 stays, and then 63, I know that divides by 3, so I've got 3 times 21, and then the last thing is 21, so that's 3 times 7. So here's a triple, not a triple, and not a triple. So remember, you only write it once, and then the cubed root, you're going to multiply the 2 and the 7 back together. So 3 cubed root of 14 is your final answer. Same thing, this is a cubed root, so you want a triple. So 32 is 8 times 4. So that's 4 times 2, that's 2 times 2, and then 4 is 2 times 2 again. So those are gone, you can cross them out. So here's a triple, and then I only have 2 of those. I've got 7 x's, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 12 y's. And you might have already found your shortcut. 5, 6, 7, 8. If not, then this is what you do. All right, so I want triples. So here's 1, 2, not enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's no y's left. So now everything that is circled is going to come out one time. So the 2 comes out. We have 2 groups of x's and 4 groups of y's. And you're right, it is just dividing that number by 3. But if you're not sure, writing it out always helps. Cubed root, I've got 2 times 2, and so you really just have to keep track of what you have left. And there we go. I did one that's a 5th root. 192 is not a number that I'm used to, but I know it's even, so I'm going to divide that by 2. So 192 divided by 2 is 96. I don't work with 96 either, so I know that divides by 2. So 96 divided by 2 is 48, and we just did 48. So if you have the work, no we didn't, we did 32. Oh, I did it up here. I could do all that, or I'm just going to redo it here. So I'm going to bring this down, so 2 times 2, and then that's 6 times 8, which is 3 times 2, and then 8 is 2 times 2 times 2. And I'm looking for 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have a 3 left and a 2. So once, and then 3 times 2 is 6. And then I want to divide that by 5, so I know 5 divides by 8 one time, and you can write the 1, and then there's going to be 3 left. Same thing, 6 divides by 5 one time, and then there's 1 left. And 3 is not enough for 5, so all 3 of those need to stay. So that would be your final answer. All right, so now I'm going to let you try breaking down your radicals. Please try to show some type of work, okay? Thanks.